scanner. Stage 1. Biometric hand identification was affirmative. Now initiating Stage 2. Iris recognition scanner. Stand by. Stage 2 denied. Iris scanner obstructed. Please remove obstruction. Stage 2. Iris recognition active. Please look into Iris scanner for biometric close your eyes and I'll kiss you. Tomorrow, I'll miss you. Paul McCartney, lead singer of the Steve
What? Who is it? Stand and unfold yourself. Why is it so dark in here? Why can't I feel my damn protuberances? Am I? Could I be? Buried alive? Oh, what a fate to befall a man! Just like the Edgar Allan Poe tale! His prose was unreadable. Help! I'm in this confounded box. Follow my voice. Help! Get me out of here! If you can hear me, follow my voice! Think outside the box. Me specifically outside the box. Help! I'm in this confounded box. Follow my voice. Help! Get me out of here! If you can hear me, follow my voice! Think outside the box. Me specifically outside the box. Help! I'm in this confounded box. Follow my voice. Help! Get me out of here! If you can hear me, follow my voice! Think outside the box. Me specifically outside the box. Help! I'm in this confounded box. Follow my voice. Help! Get me out of here! If you can hear me, follow my voice! Think outside the box. Me specifically outside the box. Help! I'm in this confounded box. Follow my voice. Help! Get me out of here! If you can hear me, follow my voice! Think outside the box. Me specifically.
Hello. Do I know you? This may come across a lick familiar, but try putting me on your... Well, what do we have here? This is my temporal dashboard. I'm no ordinary fob watch or time trinket. I'm tracking all sorts. Where and when we are. Our objectives. Who you are. And I know it's a lot. But you'll catch on. Right. Now push that central button. The one with your face on it. For my next trick, I have the capability to give you an extra hand. Literally. Now, it seems my previous owner burdened me with a fairly substantial item. if you would be so kind as to remove it, please. Whew, that's a weight off. It certainly looks familiar, but we'll park it for now. Should you want me to carry anything for you, just hold an item above any free storage slot or my watch face and let it go. Go on. One last thing. Sorry. You can manipulate this here dashboard within the vertical spectrum by grabbing that bar at the bottom and moving it up and down. Wonderful. All right. Now, for me to become your pack mule, you'll need to upgrade my clockwork. Though exactly how eludes me. Unfortunately, my mind, like that box out. Here's a novelty, Asher. A temporal shard. Picture a traveler, returning from a snowstorm. Upon arrival, he shakes the snow off his shoulders, which finds its way to the cabin floor. Oh, this door could be all that separates us. Now this could be handy. I imagine we'll stumble upon a fair share of these during our travels. Now, let me see if I can concoct a better scheme to stow them away. Aha! There you have it. I can now stash, transform, and sort certain sorts of ammunition. All for your convenience, mind you. Start by holding that over my watch face. Now that's a thing of beauty. Shame. Just needs a battery. Well, now what do we have here? Well. Aren't we a live wire? Huh. These wires look like they might be related to that locked box there. Yeesh. That's 7 years bad luck if you ask me. Wait a minute. Is there something lurking behind that glass? Well, let's stop stumbling around. We need to jumpstart this abode. Let's seize the day, my friend. And by seize, I mean let's get this place electrified. Let's be the powers that be. Let's take control. There must be some kind of doohickey that will kickstart this old dwelling. You know, it's great that you're taking the time to acquaint yourself with your granddad's abode. But if you ever find yourself a mite uncertain about what you're seeking, just tap and hold that button just below my face, and I'll give you some guidance. Ah, it feels good to stretch my legs again. Okay, I'll take the lead. Follow me, son. Oh, this door could be all that separates us from illumination. You're a bright enough spark to open a door. Try that handle thing there. As our friends across the Great Atlantic would say, this door has snuffed it. I could give her the kiss of life. That said, it'll cost me plenty in terms of my precious little energy. The sacrifices I make. Now, if you ever lost a stock, just push that button and I'll do my best to offer you counsel. All right? If you could would you look at that? This looks like the kind of thing we could jumpstart a small town with. Put Thor to shame. Oof. I am out like a light. Give me a hand already. This looks like she's running on reserves. We need to boost this thing somehow. We need to get the power up and running. Look out for energy-related things, like batteries and whatnot. What are you waiting for? I take it these knickknacks are what's conducive to conduction. You won't find a better bit on Savile Row. You got a handle on this. Is that some sort of pattern? They can't just go in willy-nilly. This looks well, this is so... Well, you ain't just a pretty face then, huh? If I was wearing a hat, I'd be tipping it to you right now. Nicely done. Trust these things to still be kicking. Probably past time we straighten up around here, to be honest. Huh. Those fuses. They must go in a certain way. Perhaps the answer lies with the colors. A water-based, rifle. Not what you'd want in a time of war. Unless you're fighting fire, of course. Huh. Those fuses. They must go in a certain way. Perhaps the answer lies with the colors.
Required power threshold not sufficient. Adversity reveals genius. Prosperity conceals it. Horus 65 BC to 8 BC.
Well, I'll be. How do you do, ma'am? Quoting Horace. This watch could make time for a woman versed in ancient lyric poetry. No, I don't believe it's a coaster. You don't even have a drink. But there might be something on that thing. Stranger things have happened. Those fuses, they must go in a certain way. Perhaps the answer lies with the colors. Well, would you look at them star signs? I'm a Sagittarius myself. Hilarious, fair-minded, honest, and intellectual.
Required power threshold not sufficient.
I believe you may have already said that, dear. Where are those Horace quotes now? You see that, son? She's done trying to impress me. Now it's on us to impress her. And it'll be that way till death do us part. Huh. Those fuses. They must go in a certain way. Perhaps the answer lies with the colors. Huh. Those fuses. They must go in a certain way. Perhaps the answer lies with the colors. Ah, yes. The wondrous television. I suppose we can see if it's working. Huh. Those fuses. They must go in a certain way. Perhaps the answer lies with the colors. Looks like you've connected up this contraption. What an
Power
ordeal.
online.
I thought
Base level
technology
now
was
at
supposed to make
50%.
life easier.
Bringing online
Not like you
tier
just
1
rode a boat
peripheries.
through syrup. We're cooking. Thank you, ma'am. There's another thing. I'm gonna have to end our courtship. Oh, no, no, no. Nothing to do with you being a Methodist. Your voice is starting to grate on me like I was a block of Gruyere. Was that a television I heard? Perhaps there's something we're meant to play on it. And away we go.
Well, kid, if you're watching this, then you made it. Well, this far, at least. What I'm about to tell you might seem crazy, but it's important that you understand what's about to happen next. This world you know, battered and broken, is not the world that was intended. There are those that believe humanity was always fated to destroy itself. They'll tell you this future will always be inevitable. But this is a lie. You see, we perceive time and space around us as fixed, a clock steadily ticking ever forward. However, the lines between the past, present, and future are an illusion. Nothing but a thin veil behind which lies the path to many possibilities. I have left you everything you need to put things right. But be careful. Not all is what it seems. You must finish what I could not. Trust the Watch. Find his counterpart.
The old fool always was one for dramatic exits. Careful now, kid. You follow down his path and, well, there's no coming back. House rules. Once the cards are cut, there will be no leaving the table. I'll be seeing you.
My word, that certainly got my attention. Who the hell was that second fella? A coot and a josser, I say. The cat to your grand... Now hold on. Let's retrace our steps here. We need to find my counterpart. That message on that videotape might have a clue or something. Do we need a rerun?
Well, kid, if you're watching this, then you made it. Well, this far, at least. What I'm about to tell you might seem crazy, but it's important that you understand what's
Now
about
hold
to
on.
happen next.
Let's retrace our steps here.
This world
We
you
need to
know,
find my counterpart.
battered and broken,
That message on that
is-
videotape might
is
have a
not the
clue or
world that was
something.
intended.
Do we need a
There are
rerun?
those that believe humanity was always fated to destroy itself. They'll tell you this future will always be inevitable. But this is a lie. You see, we perceive time and space around us as fixed, a clock steadily ticking ever forward. However, the lines between the past, present, and future are an illusion. Nothing but a thin veil behind which lies the path to many possibilities. I have left you everything you need to put things right. But be careful. Not all is what it seems. You must finish what I could not. Trust the Watch. Find his counterpart.
The old fool always was one for dramatic exits. Careful now, kid. You down his path and, well, there's no coming back. House rules. Once the cards are cut, there will be no leaving the table. I'll be seeing you.
Ah, yes. That'll be your grandfather, all right. One John L. Newman. Unfortunately, my memories of those days are hazy. It seems the older I get, the more clearly I recall things that never happened. Eureka! This looks
Swipe code
intriguing.
incorrect.
She's back! And still a real peach. Regardless, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but even a blind man can see you ain't doing too hot here, son.
The code you have entered is incorrect.
Madam, if you had a few more cogs in that thing you call a head, you would just let us in. Well, no ignoring the elephant in the room. That elephant being the giant, mysterious locked doors. What odd-looking symbols. Reminds me of my old fortune teller. My star beams. Looks like some kind of childish toy to me. Strange symbols on them, though. Look familiar?
Incorrect. Would you like to take a break?
Break? Why, yes. There is a particular type of break I'm after. Let's try again. Oh, bless my stars. This stuff is wildcat. A meaningless parade of signs and symbols. What bunk. And people lap it up. I ain't no ram or crab or cosmic archer. Looks like we're gonna have to find the meaning to these ourselves.
Swipe code incorrect.
Well, no ignoring the elephant in the room. That elephant being the giant, mysterious locked doors. Wonder if there's something around that can unlock it. Talk about staring off into space. How is this gonna help us? All right. Now we're getting somewhere. We just need something to channel these lenses' starlight. Something to illuminate them. Now hold on. That clue and those star beamers must be related to that locked door, right? Gotta connect the dots.
have entered is incorrect.
But don't fret. Let's take a step back. Have you got the right patterns from that Starbeam device?
Incorrect. Would you like to take a break?
Now hold on. That clue and those starbeamers must be related to that locked door, right? Gotta connect the dots.
Swipe code incorrect. have entered is incorrect. Incorrect. Would you like to take a break? Swipe code incorrect. Swipe code phase 1, accepted. Swipe code phase 2, accepted. Access granted. And remember, I know nothing with any certainty, but the sight of the stars makes me feel.
Excuse me.
Vincent Van Gogh.
What is... This intrigues me. I'd say this will be linked to some form of modification device for yours truly. High time I had some attention. Yeah. Great! That's well, to be honest, this is to make life simpler, Asher. 'Cause God knows you got enough on your plate. I can use my inner workings to create you any type of ammunition you require for the weapon you're holding at any one time. As long as your reserves for that ammo category are sufficient, of course. Hello, old friend. This apparatus and I have history. It may not be that we're going fishing. The true test of one's patience. Lucky I'm patient. this thing could cut through steel. A mighty fine instrument, I must say. Comet. What is that? Now this looks important. Huh. A battery. Might be important. And just like that, presto! My counterpart. Well, interesting. I'm guessing this is important. I know you ain't the help, son, but could you clean that picture off? It might reveal to us something about this counterpart we're looking for. Well, this is screwy. You ever read Turn of the Screw? A decent ghost story. But let's hope life doesn't imitate art when we use this electrified screwdriver of yours. Not a fan of ghosts. Or meeting them. Black hole capacitors? Just what in the world was your grandfather cooking up? Seems linked to the device on that big desk there. I don't mean to punch a puppy, but
This ain't working.
Deja vu. Another lock. Huh. I think the key to unlocking our predicament is just that. A key. Well, what do you know? You got the right apparatus, son. All you need now is a steady hand. Ooh, I just caught myself salivating over your inspired dish. I do love a good excursion. I hope you know what you're doing. You're optimistic. Let's hope we get lucky. Tenacious tadpoles. What kind of designs you got on that frog exactly? You know, I was out in the wilderness once with a fellow who ate a bad snake. It put him in such a spin, he thought he was King Solomon, which wouldn't have been so bad had he not thought I was the Queen of Sheba. An old ventilation duct. No lack of fresh air. Easy does it. Almost there. You got it. Time to get a handle on things, I suppose. Get in there. Incredible. Back in my day, in order to get married, you sometimes had to jump through a great variety of hoops to get the parents' approval. It was tiresome and trial-filled. I've seen a fair amount of men go crazy. Now this is crazy. Another password. Who does this? Let's look around. Find the next hoop to jump through. Okay, so that safe has my counterpart, and we need a code. 4 digits. But where is it? This place is a pigsty. Needs to be cleaned. Like that dirty photo frame, huh?